Hi and welcome. Lindsay and I are here to invite you into a grief ritual that we are just offering and wanting to hold space for as a free offering for anyone who wants to be in this grief field with us and to practice with grief in whatever way, at whatever moment is right and aligned for you. And right now we're coming close to Imbolc, and it's really this, we're in that kind of window of grief. And you might even be noticing that grief is naturally arising in different ways, in different places. Maybe people that you have loved and lost might be alive in your heart, or maybe you're grieving something around the planet. Maybe it's showing up in just little bursts of anger or sadness or heaviness. And even if you don't know what you want to practice with here with grief, I often say, if you're feeling called, you can just show up and see what happens when I'm here, what arises when I'm here. And so in preparing, all you need to do is find a quiet, sacred space and to gather a glass of water as well as a candle. And we're going to use both of these in this ritual, and also if you wanted to, burn any sacred herbs or anything to prepare the space, or, play some beautiful music, have some crystals, whatever feels good for you. And we're just inviting all of us to sink into the energy of grief and into its living ally, its opposite and its partner, praise and gratitude and joy. And for those of you that don't know, Lindsay and I do have a community grief ritual coming up in Nelson, BC, and there will be information shared below this video if you're interested. It's coming up in a little over a week. And this is something that Lindsay and I are going to be offering yearly. And so feel free to follow us, to get on our mailing list to find out about that if this work resonates. Lindsay's going to share a beautiful poem with us.
Thanks, Courtney.
Yeah.
Yeah. To begin this ritual that we're sharing with you, I felt inspired to share a poem that is written by a poet named Risha Girdler, and it's called The Healing Time. Finally, on my way to yes, I bump into all the places where I said no to my life. All the untended wounds, the red and purple scars, those hieroglyphs of pain carved into my skin and bones, those coded messages that send me down the wrong street again and again, where I find them, the old wounds, the old misdirections, and I lift them one by one, close to my heart. And I say, holy, holy.
And so we're going to move into the ritual, and there will be two different steps to this ritual, or three steps, sorry. And Lindsay's going to guide us in attuning to the field of support that's here, that we can call on at any time in any way, and that can help hold the energy of grief, that can help hold what we're moving through with us and help it transform and be seen.
Calling in the presence of all the sacred waters, the rivers, lakes, seas, and oceans, all the rains, calling in the healing forces, purifying, nourishing, cleansing forces of the waters. Calling in the presence of tree spirits, calling in the presence of trees, new and old, young and ancient, calling in the great wisdom and benevolence of the trees, who we are so interconnected with our sacred breath. And calling in the presence of beauty, the beauty of flowers, of all the colorful, diverse expressions of flowers, and of the fragility, the imminence of flowers. Calling in the presence of fire, of flame, the potent presence of spirit, of passion, of transmutation, of warmth, of a deep, deep warmth. And calling in the presence of the mountain spirits, the guardians of the mountain, those that are most closely connected to the stars. Giving thanks for the elderly, grandmotherly, grandfatherly, nurturing presence of the mountains here in the Kootenays where we live and throughout the whole planet.
I'd love to call in the medicine of Raven, who I often equate with this medicine of moving between worlds, between those that have passed and this world. Calling in the energy of Dolphin to help us be with the grief with curiosity and openness, and maybe even some play in the depths of what it means to grieve. And also together in connection, remembering how we are connected through our grief. Thank you, Dolphin, for teaching us about that. Also wanting to call in the Quiche, the rainbow heart of each person here, each person in the circle, connecting our hearts and knowing that in that connection, in that interconnection, we have strength and power that can hold whatever wants to move through. And calling in the sacred learning, the sacred message held deep within the grief. May we hear it, may it guide us, may we feel it. And so just allowing yourself to really feel how you can lean into this field of support and how these allies are here to meet you. Noticing how your field has shifted with their presence. And we're going to move into being with our grief. So I'm going to invite you to have your candle ready, and we're going to light our candles. But first, just really letting yourself sit with your candle and notice it just as it is. Connecting your heart space, your womb, your pelvic space, your wisdom space, your crown in your head to this candle. We're going to ask it to be a divine holder of our grief, the earth element that is receiving and holding space for our grief to move. And when you're ready, we're going to light our candle, and with this, we're inviting in the fires that allow us to both feel and also offer up as prayer our grief. And right now, with the Leo full moon, this is a perfect time, actually, as Lindsay was just saying, that it's the lion, the Leo is in the heart space, and the lion has this tremendous courage and capacity to love and a fire. And so we're going to call in that energy too here for us. And then we're just going to spend a few moments just letting yourself feel and look into this fire. Let yourself attune to the energy of fire, the energy of spirit and form, of transformation. And asking the flame of the fire to start to move the grief that's inside you, to burn through the grief that might be stuck or stagnant or just waiting to be illuminated, and welcoming that flame to move through you. And as it does, you can speak, feel, move the griefs that arise. Yeah, and as I attune, I'm really feeling a real grief around the loss of the healthy masculine, like a really deep grief of all of the experiences and ways that the masculine has shown up, both in male form, female form, and caused harm. I feel a wave of grief for all the moments that I haven't been able to show up in love in the way that I've wanted to. I feel grief for all the ways that scarcity and trauma and urgency has prevented me from being fully present and surrendered to life and to connection with others. I feel grief for my beloved dear cat, who's a deep soulmate in this life, and we journeyed so deeply together, who died this summer and was eaten by a cougar. And I deeply feel the grief of his sister and the way that she walks with grief now. And the words are like, no one will ever know my soul in the way that you knew my soul. And I miss that.
I'm feeling grief around all the times in my childhood where I felt unsafe to truly share and be myself.
Mhm.
And in connect as I tune to that, I also feel waves of grief of for all the children that have felt unsafe to truly express themselves, their needs, who haven't felt free to be and play. And I'm feeling a wave of grief of for all the mothers who and fathers were not who didn't feel like they were able to show up in the way that they wanted to in their hearts for their children,
Mhm.
for themselves. I'm feeling, noticing grief for all the times in my life where I've taken my body and my life for granted.
Mm.
Mhm. And yeah, and I notice a feeling of grief in myself for not of feeling disempowered, of not knowing how to show up for the earth in a good way in this modern world, of how to make the best decisions of of my food, my family's food and lifestyle that are in harmony with this beautiful earth.
Mm.
Mm. I'm noticing, and I'm feeling quite present in my life and in the collective life right now, a feeling of grief for all the energy, all of my life energy and all the life energy that has uh, been given up and traded for the exchange of money when it hasn't been in alignment with my heart.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm. Really noticing how all that we're sharing and all that you may be in resonance with and all that you may be carrying yourself, how you're experiencing that in your body. It feels supportive as you can see Courtney and I are bringing our hands to our body in support.
Mhm.
Really allowing your breath is to stay in connection with your breath. As you hold presence for all these pieces. Yeah, now I'd love to invite us to turn our attention to the waters. And you can pick up the cup, the vessel of water that you have if you like, and hold it to heart, wherever feels right to you. And yeah, allowing yourself to take a moment to feel and take in the presence of the water before you. And then as you're ready, as you're holding this water, ah, the next part is to be offering uh, praises and gratitudes and joy to this water. I am grateful for the mystery of existence, for the all the golden threads that have guided me my whole life to this very moment and will keep guiding me in remembrance and back to love. I'm grateful for all the beautiful humans I get to be in relationship with and learn from and grow with and dance with and laugh with and cry with, commune with, and for the warmth in my heart and my body that I feel in communion with other human beings. I'm grateful for the animal kingdom and the magic and majesty and mystery of the animals that surround us, for the birds and their delightful songs, for all the ways that animals communicate with us in waking life and dream life, for all the medicine that animals carry and share with us, for for the remembrance of our wildness, our wild nature. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be to walk as a mother in this life. I'm grateful for all the immense joy and love and connection that I feel every single day with my beautiful son. I'm grateful for the opportunity to grow and learn as a mother, as a partner, and to share my life with others so intimately.
I'm grateful to have the space and resources, love and presence in my life to be able to work with my grief, to have places to bring it, to have rituals and ceremonies and spaces that can hold my journey in a sacred way. I'm so blessed and grateful that all of those resources exist in my life and hold me through the phases and changes and experiences. I'm so grateful to the wisdom keepers who share this wisdom and knowledge for us to embody and be held by. I'm so grateful to all the masculine in my life and many lives who are healing and showing up in beautiful ways and are teaching us all what it is to embody and be a father and a partner and a community member in a masculine body, and helping heal the masculine in all of us, untangle that collective hurt, transform the patriarchy. I'm grateful for all the ways that I'm treated with respect and love and care by the masculine in my life now. And the willingness. I'm so grateful to be the mother of a son and to delight in watching him unfold and learn so much from his potency and his will and his capacity and strength and pure love, creativity. So grateful for all the moments that I get to learn about my own capacity to hold life, to meet life. I'm so grateful to have had my beloved cat Chandra and his sister Surya, and just how deep of a bond they had, and the immense blessing that that brought into my life and taught me about relationship. It taught me about secure attachment. I'm so grateful for how he loved me through so many moments of my life, and he really is medicine now that I carry in my body and in my soul and in my bones. I'm so grateful for all the beautiful moments that I have been loving and I have been met in love, and for all the people in my life that are so courageous to keep showing up in their hearts, to all the people that want to do this work, that want to tend to the field. And I'm so grateful to the heron that lives on our land and flies by our window regularly. He comes and perches. He has a spot he likes to sit in this tree, and he's such a reminder of patience and grace, trust. I'm so grateful for the way that life loves me unconditionally and all the abundance that pours through that. So when you're ready, maybe just letting yourself really feel now how your water feels. Noticing the frequency and vibration in your body and in the water. And when you're ready, you're going to drink this water and just really welcome it to move through your body and really feel it transform and bless and love your cells. And when you're ready, you can also blow out your candle, offering all of this up to Spirit. And let's place our hands on the earth and just close this ritual, offering all of this up to be worked with in our fields and in our bodies and in our soul. Thank you to everyone for joining and being here. Thank you, Lindsay. And so again, Lindsay and I are offering a community grief ritual, a day-long experience at Tagum Hall in Nelson, BC on February 4th. So if you're interested, you can message Lindsay or I, and also we'll include a link so you can see the details. And we have a pretty full group already, but there's space, and really we feel that there are more people that are meant to come. We can feel you in the field. So if you feel the call, please reach out. And this is something that Lindsay and I will be offering in some way every year. And so you can stay tuned. Okay.